Hi. Okay. Hi there, Mitho. I don't know that about the bedtime stories, but I don't think this is the best thing to fall asleep to. It's been a while. I think a week, a bit more than a week since the last time we played. I'm very sorry for that. They have been like very busy days lately. Very sorry for that. Hopefully I will be able to get back to stream once or twice a week the game again. I will do my best. So let me mute the music and let's start, shall we? We were in the middle of Taku's route, and I think we are getting close to some interesting things, let's say like that. Where were we? Also, almost 20 hours. 20 hours already. This is going to take some time. Oh, we are going to start exploration. Okay. Let's go then. Let's go. Yonagawa Cafe. More toast. Oh, hey Arimura. Why are you sitting next to me? This is my usual seat. Do you just happen to be sitting next to it? Okay. Come to think of it, you do sit there a lot. Very well, next time I will have to remember so I sit somewhere else. Wow. Friendship, am I right? Yes, please do. What a way to start the stream, huh?
Oh.
Hey, Thomasan. Lately, has Dr. Murase been acting strangely, in your opinion? Strange? In what way? Well, let's see. He seems prickly, although at all hours of the day. I thought perhaps you might know what's going on, so I forced myself to ask you. I have no idea.
Negative.
Well, I do, but better not say. Taku tends to bottle up his stress for sure. Yes, that's the sort of man he is. Lately he appears to be deeply exhausted. Makes me think maybe something's going on with him. Okay, we got one. But if you haven't heard anything, then I guess I will never know. I apologize for the sudden question. Well then, now that I have finished my meal, I will be going back to the clinic. Feel free to take your time. Cool. Okay. No toast. No toast today. Okay. Shopping center. Or like shopping street, I think. Yeah, shopping street. I thought I felt someone watching me from somewhere. Maybe it was all in my head.
Yo.
Hey, Arata. Hi. What's up? Running errands?
Yeah.
No errands in particular, just walking. Gotcha. I tend to think of you as a night owl, so it's kinda weird seeing you out and about during the day. I'm half a vampire. These days the city feels so tense, it's uncomfortable. For sure. Toa, have you ever felt the urge to leave Shinkomi? Not really.
Negative.
Do you really think a guy like me could have it on the mainland? With your lifestyle, yeah, you're probably better off staying here. Every now and then I find myself wondering if I should move away. But when I am with Rei, Junko and Honami, I have so much fun, I don't think I can bear to leave. So I guess that's the answer. Be with your friends. that's what home is, with your friends. Probably so. If you honestly don't like it here, you will be free to leave. Yes, income is dangerous and in a lot of ways, but I guess I don't hate it that much. Not enough to leave.
そろそろ行くね。
Sorry to hold you up. I'm gonna go now. Cool. Talk a bit more, my dude. Okay. Rose? Hey. Junko? Oh, talking about... Otto, oh my god, you know, you hardly ever talk to me. I'm so flattered. Junko, no. You shouldn't be happy about this dude talking to you. Of all things. Well, I saw you sweating out in front of the flower shop, so... Wait, so... You don't just ignore me whenever you see me? Oh, that's so sweet. Junko! The bar is so low. No! What's up? There is a flower shop, so I take it you are here to buy flowers too?
Yeah.
And I was just passing by. So we bumped into each other purely by chance. I'm here to buy flowers for someone I really care about. Say, Towa, what flowers do you think would be good? Choose something?
そうだな。
How about these blue ones? Those are cute. You know, I was actually looking at those. Great minds think alike. You don't want to think the same way after what you don't want. To tell the truth, I kinda had a fight with this person, so we haven't spoken in a while. If I had to guess, neither of us probably care about the fight anymore, but I just don't know how to talk to them again. Yeah, those things sometimes happen. That's why I thought I would send flowers as a token of my feelings. That's a pretty sweet way to try to start talking again with someone you have a fight. If you think like you don't care anymore about it.
そうね。
Deep down, I know I should go see them in person and spill my guts, but
そうか。
I mean, interpersonal relationships are pretty hard. I sure hope I can repair our friendships. Pray for me,
もう
Tomo.
行くわ。
Anyway, gotta go buy these flowers. Later.
あ
Later. Okay. Move. A motor park. I don't think the gender of Ray's friends is specified at any moment. So I think they go by they then. I don't know. Even when I played the first time, I didn't pay too much attention to if they ever say, like, you know, in Japanese they can refer to themselves with different words. I actually didn't pay attention to which one they say, so I have no idea. I felt a guess again and came to a stop. Maybe Sakaki was monitoring me just out of sight.
とは
Ray? Is that Ray? Towa, here you are, glad I found you. Yeah, it's Ray. I went to your place, but you weren't there, so I figured you were out and about. Then, when I went out for lunch, I figured you would check the bar, and sure enough, can I talk to you?
あ
Sure. Listen,
ごめんね。
I'm sorry, I just can't stop thinking about it, you know? About Taku? Yeah, I'm trying to ignore my and all, but...
あのね。
Hey, Towa, is there any way to cut ties with the Takasato Gumi? Probably no.
ポジティブに。まあ、
Maybe if you leave town, otherwise I doubt it. Yeah, I guess running back to the mainland is an option. But he has the web tab, so he can leave. If he tries to do that, he will probably get killed, so... I know it's impossible to get away from them completely,
どう
but
しよ
I just keep asking myself, is there really no choice but to give up?
う。そうか。
Sorry for getting a little too real there. I'm gonna go buy lunch. What about
Yeah.
you? I will pass. Not again. I'm gonna buy you something and put it put in the staff room fridge for you, so you better eat it. See you later. That surely will work. Surely he won't ignore the food again. I have no business here. No business in route. Tajimas?
Hantaka.
Come on in. Oh, it's you. Yeah. Wow, so energetic, both of them.
どうしたんだい?
What's the matter? You seem a little different. How so? Something bad happened to you?
まあ
I wouldn't say bad per se, but as with a lot of things, there is no point in crying about it.
どうなんだい?
Don't you have anybody you care about?
ポジティブにないな
Not right now. Right now, at least.
そうかい.
I see. You are also there! Shut up, Mizo! Shut up! Shush! Shush! Maybe you haven't found the special someone yet, but when you
や
do,
めな.
don't you dare run away from how you feel.
よし
What is this conversational lady? Don't hide behind the excuse that crying won't change anything. It means you need to take action, but you don't want to. You're totally right. I have known... I should have known you will understand. One look at you and it's obvious to
そ
anyone.
れで?
Now then, if you wanna buy something, make it quick. Alright then, I will take this. That will be 300 yen? It's 100, right? Yeah, 300 yen.
あ
Keep the change.
どうも.
Come sometime again. Like, those things are small things like that. He giving the old lady the extra change when buying some sweets that he probably won't eat fully. That's so cute. Sise Park. This is Shinkome Seaside Park in District B. It's a big and famous tourist attraction located at the northmost tip of Shinkome. During the winter holidays, it's used as an event venue, and cameras crew often come here to record footage for the news. The place with the best view of the plaza, where you can enjoy a dazzling night view of both Shinkome and the mainland. The park features some crazy areas too. This place is so quiet and peaceful you could never imagine the neon glow of the casino area is right around the corner. Oh, hi there again. What info do you have now? Oh, it's you. Yeah. Did you know the Takasato headquarters was attacked by unknown forces? Apparently they dealt a lot of damage, though the executives are all unhurt. Who was behind it? Team Sakaki or Team Toono? Or could it be the mainland? A drug dealer told me lately unauthorized narcotics have been going around. Its side effects are notable. The user hallucinates that bugs are attacking, flips out and claws at their body. Very abnormal. Oof, that sounds very bad. That everyone who has experienced it seems to disappear softly afterwards. Is something going on behind the scenes? District B, also known as Shinkomi's front entrance. But there has been men in suits standing all over town, and I hear spy cameras are set up everywhere too. Less crying, but they're still just as unsettling as the other districts. On the 11th, a group of mainland policemen are supposedly coming to Shinkome. Surely they wouldn't set foot in this nightmare without good reason. Hopefully it doesn't cause any trouble, but our relationship with the mainland is liable to get worse. There are a lot of horror stories about Shinkome's hospitals. My friends and us And they told me every now and then the hospital's patients just vanish into thin air. This could make headlines back on the mainland, but here in Sinkomi the cops refused to investigate. So bizarre. Monster Hills is a District T back alley nightclub at the harbor of the coast. Have you heard of it? Monster Hills. I played this before, but I don't recall the name from anywhere. Lately, everyone's talking about the blown out prices, very affordable. But people say the girls there have been acting weird, so if you want to go of your own risk. I need to try and remember Monster something. The name for it. Backlog. Monster Hills. Okay. And now I think we can go back to Towa's atelier. Yes. Back at my apartment, I pulled my coat off and sank onto the sofa. Then I grabbed the floor bottle at my feet, but when I remembered I had to work later, I put it back. At least he has some decency in that aspect, at the very least. Instead, I lit a cigarette and took a long drag. Scene is over. Today I worked the night shift, so by the time I was done, the day had changed. I went back to my apartment and got dressed to go to roost. Right as I walked out of the elevator, however, I saw Taku walking towards me.
To?
His expression was a bit more stern than usual.
どこへ行くんだ？
ルースト。
部屋にいろ。
I blushed at his commanding tone of voice.
なんで？
前にも言っただろう。高里組が荒れてるって。
だから？
むやみに出歩かない方がいい。
My reaction was the same as the last time we had this conversation. Why worry about it at this stage? Now my hackers were up.
最近おかしいぞ、お前。
それは。
何かあったのか？
別に。
誰にも相談できないようなことなのか？
He closed his mouth and fell silent. Once again, this man was a terrible liar.
言いたくないならそれでいい。ただし、俺もそんな奴の言葉は聞かない。
He averted his gaze without responding. Clearly, this conversation was over. I turned on my heel and walked out of the building. He didn't chase after me. Nor was I expecting him to. Right now, he was struggling with a secret he couldn't reveal to a single soul. He was forbidden from confessing the truth, and it was tearing him apart. Perhaps it was that straightforward, sincere side of him that Toono preyed upon. English! Cooperate! As I thought about Taku, I walked down the street in the direction of Roost. Oh, hi, Blue! I didn't expect you to come here. Hi there! Yeah, I stream here mostly this game every now and then, but my main site is the purple one. I'm just passing by. Hi, bye. Okay, bye, Blue. Until I hear the sound of an engine quietly approaching from behind. I shot a quick glance over my shoulder. A car was slowly rolling along behind me. Then it suddenly shot forward and barked directly in front of me, blocking my path. The front passenger door opened, and a bespectacled man stepped out. Oh, by the way, Blue, since you may... Toono. You may not know, but Junzu is Mitho. This is the same one in the purple platform. They just use different accounts name. But it's Mitho. You guys have talked before already. Isn't it funny that the day Taku is very like, don't go out, the Takasato Gumi is over you, please don't go out. We meet Toono. Isn't it funny?
元気かとは
With both hands in his pockets, he strode over to me. I stared back at him silently. He shook his head in amusement.
少し話がしたくなってな迎えに来たんだ乗ってくれ
I just find that so funny. Takubin, don't go out. The Takasato Gumi is going to get you. Don't want to be like, I don't care. The Takasato Gumi takes him like, what were you expecting though? He opened the rear passenger door and gestured with one hand for me to get in. Running away never crossed my mind. Quite the opposite, it was the perfect opportunity to ask him about his relationship with Taku. Are you stupid? Bro, no! Wordlessly, I climbed into the back of the car. A man in a suit, probably one of Toono's goons, was seated beside me. Instead of closing the door, Toono put a hand on the roof and peered in. As he drew his face close to mine, his condescending eyes narrowed in a sneer.
突然悪いな
話は
He sneered.
話というよりはちょっとした余興だ
Oof. He jerked his chin in the direction of his subordinate. Suddenly, the other man grabbed my arm. He hiked myself up, exposing my scarred skin.
動くな
I tried to jack my arm away, but the other man was stronger, and the car was too cramped for me to escape.
かっこいい腕だな
Toono let out a playful whistle as his lackey pulled an injection needle out of his pocket. This happens because you didn't listen to Taku. He uncapped it with his teeth. Well,
薬か
I muttered under my breath, and Toono patted the top of the car.
その通りさすがだな気分はどうだ
別にやりたきゃやれよ
At least care a little bit, at least.
そう来なくちゃな
The sharp needle pierced through the thinnest skin of my arm. A peak of pain shot through me as the man plugged needle contents into my body. I could feel the chill of the fluid under my skin. Gradually, my pulse began to quicken, and I started breathing more heavily. But no amount of deep breathing would calm my heart. Then the back of my neck started to burn, along with the tips of my fingers and toes. Yeah. I felt like I was in fire. My head was pounding out of control. My throat was dry. My ears were ringing. My vision started to blur like I was holding back tears. I could scarcely breathe. My dude! Before I knew it, the needle had left my arm. As I gasped for breath, I tried to look at Toono, but I was too dizzy to focus.
村瀬を呼べはい
At Toono's command, the underling opened the opposite passenger door and got out. In his absence, I climbed over into an empty space next to me, writhing in agony. The overwhelming heartburn made me want to vomit. Bro! Unable to outlast it, I emptied the contents of my stomach in the direction of the floor.
おいおい勘弁してくれよ
There's, at the very least, you have some problems now. You have a stinky car now. It's what you deserve, at the very least. An indeterminate amount of time passed, probably just a few minutes, but to me it felt like an eternity.
とわ
We have been drove back to the clinic, I guess. I could hear Taku calling my name, but I didn't have the strength to look up.
よう村瀬お前の大事なトアが大変なことになってるぞ
とうのお前とわに何をした？
死にはしないおそらくな
Most likely.
どうしてこうなったのかはお前が一番よくわかってるはずだろ
Taku didn't respond, but I could sense his fury.
よく考えろよ
Toono walked back around to the front passenger side.
車が汚れちまったな後で掃除しとけ行くぞ
The underlined reached back into the car, grabbed my shoulders, and dragged me out onto the pavement.
とわ
Toono and his crony hopped into the car, and they sped away in a cloud of exhaust fumes.
とわ大丈夫かおい
I could hear Taku's voice in my ears. Faintly, I opened my eye. My vision was blurry, like I was underwater, but I could feel him trying to hold me up onto my feet. Hold me up, hold me up onto my feet. I cannot read! My fuzzy mind did its best to operate my feet.
クリニックまで歩くぞいいな
Oh, I guess they weren't back at the clinic, but somewhere nearby? Leaning against him, I slowly stamped forward. Or maybe did they take him, like, to the street close to where he lives? Back at the clinic, Taku laid me down on an empty waiting room bench, then walked off down the hall. Okay, where is... Okay. We are reaching one of those kind of scenes. We are reaching one of those. So let me prepare the censorship. We are reaching it. You wonder, how is it going to happen? He's kind of dying. Don't worry about it. After a moment he returned and I felt something warm and wet pressed against my mouth. I was clothed.
自分で起き上がれるか
Hands shaking, I grabbed the back of the bench and slowly pulled myself into a sitting position. My body was so heavy I felt like I had been turned to a stone. If I relaxed for even a second, I would probably slump over again.
水と洗面器を持ってきた口気持ち悪いだろ
I took the mug of water, then I sipped, gargled and spat it back onto the wash bowl, again and again.
大丈夫か
きつい
My honest feeling left my lips in a low mumble. While the nausea had receded, the heavy lethargy was still weighing me down. But worst of all was the heat. It was like they had injected me with magma.
だから外へは出るなと言っただろう
I look at him.
トーノと何があった
You should probably say it already. No one knows, but come on. He got dragged because of you. Taku frowned his brow and fell silent. But before I could press him further, all of a sudden I felt something swelling in my loins. There we go. There we go.
What?
You guys ready? I hope you are. I will probably end today's S3. I think I want it to be in the shorter side, so probably once the scene is over. If I had to eat Are you prepared, Mitho? It had to be the drugs. Every part of my body was unnaturally worked up. I clenched at the collar of my shirt with one hand. The only way I could describe it was forced arousal. My shoulders heaved. Yeah.
どうした
Let's go. Taku peered at me. The instant our eyes met, an electric current shot through me. An electric current shot through me.
どう
He frowned, sensing something amiss. I have to say, when I was playing this route, this thing kind of came out of nowhere. Honestly, usually though, the scenes midway through the routes usually kind of feel like, okay, this is happening, okay, kind of thing, I will say. I intentionally slumped to the side and he reached out to catch me on pure impulse. Welcome to the true wonder. Shut up! The faintest thoughts made my skin tingle. The impact tied directly to pleasure. Oof. I ran a hand along the arms currently warped around my body. His brow frowned even more deeply.
どうしっかりしろ
He's not going to snap out, boy. He's not going to.
熱い。
熱があるのか
違う。薬打たれて。
それを
He seemed to catch my drift. His expression grew hesitant.
とりあえず休んだ方が
He's not going to let you do that. Before he could straighten up, I snagged an arm around his neck and pulled him to me. With his perplexed face mere inches from mine, I looked up at him.
相手しろ。
いくぞ。
待てそれは
うるさい。
Seeing this scene again, it's so funny.
とは
I think I can show the one that is going to appear on the screen now, but the one after that, I cannot. Yeah, I can show this one. To shut him out, I pressed my lips against his. Desperately, he tried to pull away, but I wasn't about to let him. I wrapped my arms around his head and slid my tongue between his... Oh, there, hi, Alex! Like I have mentioned it. Towa has been dragged by Toono with probably an aphrodisiac. He has been dragged and he's not going to let Taku not help. I need his tingling gripped teeth and nibble on his lower lip, exciting him to open up.
やめろ
He waved his head to the side, but while he seemed hesitant, I didn't sense any repulsion. Also, I would recommend you check the first 30 minutes of the stream because there has been some small bits of information that I think will be important for the endings of both these routes, the two endings, and for the other ones. Ranking with Aphrodisiac, I have no idea. Why not, I guess. But yeah, I would recommend you checking the first minutes when the bot is up, because the information we got is relevant. He always claimed he wasn't interested in same sex. Maybe he couldn't turn me down since we have known each other for so long. In that case, I was prepared to take full advantage. I ran my tongue along his jaw to his neck and loudly sucked at his skin.
とわかった 分かったからちょっと待て。
He's panicking so hard. I mean, understandable. He showed me back, distancing himself. The orange smoke that rose from his body spun and slammed relentlessly.
薬のせいで収まりがつかない。そうなんだな。
Pretty much. I nod, blinking in the bewilderment he laid out a sign.
俺は
However,
男としたことがないからよくわからん。があれだ。抜くくらいだったらできるだろう。
his panic is so kind of cute in a way.
それでいいか。
I'm playing very happy have no one sitting next to me. Oh, if I hope you're wearing headphones. This was clearly the very best compromise he was willing to offer. Personally, as long as it solved the problem, I wasn't picky, I know. His face lit up with relief, then he pursed his lips. Do I have to censor now? Hold on.
それじゃあこっちに背中を預けて俺にもたれかかってくれ。
Okay, not just yet. As requested, I sat up, turned around, and leaned back against him. I know because I have checked the CDs I have on the safe on my laptop. I know the first one I can show maybe for a few seconds and then put the censorship. Just in case. Just a few seconds, you maybe see it for one. I bent my knees and spread my legs. My god was already painted a tail in my pants. 1 second. I unbuckled my belt and unzipped my jeans. Yet. His voice was rigid as his hand slid around my waist. His fingers touched my exposed skin in my stomach, then hesitantly moved down. I don't think I can show this one even though it's safe, quote unquote, but I don't think I can. It felt like he was teasing me on purpose. Smirking slightly, I stared at his hands. Okay, maybe I can pass this moment.
じれったいもっと
There we go. Do I describe what he's telling him to do? Yeah, I can definitely not show this. Is this like a banana? This is a normal scene that happened in the middle of his route. We are not even close to be done. Give us the more detailed description. He is putting his hand around his dick, and because of the drug, he's feeling it way more than he should, and he keeps asking him to go hard. Because this man, if it's not involved some kind of pain, he doesn't like. You asked first. You asked first. Mm. 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 He looks happy, I will say that. It's out. Can you also ask his happy face? Sounds awesome. It's already though. Don't worry. Is it really over? Not yet. No, it's not done yet. Oh, true. This is a scene divided in 2 parts. It had to be the drugs making my body crave more even after I just only came. Okay. It's not enough. I can show this. I won't read it out loud. You can. It's going to be there for 1 second. There you go. Did you have time to read? Commented. No. Well, you will have to wait for the bot to be up, and you can check the exact moment. In other words, to find a different partner. Oh yeah, because Taku is not up to do the full business, so Towa is like, okay, if it's not you, I'm just going to go out and find someone. And Taku is now going to stop him. This man spoils me way too much, is what I would say if I hadn't just bullied him into it. Fair enough. I could ask you the same question. What am I supposed to do? Wear man naked? I cannot show that. I don't want to get banned. I cannot do that. Also, hi logo. A few seconds of silence and then slowly. I nearly burst out laughing, not at him, but at the fact that he decided he would rather use his fingers. Okay, they are now going to Towa's place. I forgot this scene is divided into parts. Let me quickly. That's the hints, nice. Lie down. What are you? You don't know how this works, right? Okay. I guess in his gate, la la la. Na na. Blah blah blah. He's showing him how to. Towa is showing Taku how to do it because Taku doesn't know. Blah blah blah. Do what? Use your imagination. I cannot show this. I cannot show this. Welp. Yeah. A speedrun getting banned showing 1 second of this game. Oh, hi, Shan. Hi. No, God. Yeah, we are in the middle of one of those. Nope. To be fair, I'm passing this very, very fast. Is he done now for real? Okay, he sat up, grabbed my arm, and hauled me back up to the sofa. I think they are done in the second one. As we both gasped for breath, I looked over at him. He awkwardly averted his eyes. He could only feel more and more uncomfortable. Slanging, I reached out and grabbed my cigarettes off the table and lit one up. Yeah, they are in the sofa. How was she? I think I can put this back. And I smirked at him and exhaled smoke.
案外男も悪くなかっただろう。
Not so bad doing it with guys, am I right? Nan pulls Taku stared at the floor and rubbed the back of his hand.
そういうことを言うな。
I think I can show.
お前があまりにも辛そうだったから。やむを得ず。
I'm going to keep censoring until this scene is properly over, just in case, but I believe it's over for real and they won't show anymore. Just in case.
言ったくせに。
とは。
よくなかったのか?
Oh, do I want to show this? He fluttered and turned away.
そういうことを言うなと言ってるだろう。ノーコメントだ。俺にもくれ。
Just in case. I looked down questioningly and at his outstretched hand.
もうやめたんだろ。
I thought you quit.
そうだった。
He panicked so much during this whole thing happening that he was about to get back to smoking because he was that stressed. Then he began to fidget restlessly, lacing and unlacing his fingers over and over. He had to be in quite a state to forget that he had quit smoking. Laughing to myself, I put my cigarette between my lips and slowly rose to my feet.
俺は結構良かったよ。
Okay.
男が初めてにしては上出来だった。
Bro, stop teasing the old man. Okay, I think I can say for the rest. He's always out, but it's not showing anything. Like it's cut in the middle of it.
とは。
He acted like he was mad at me, but his cheeks were faintly flushed. He was about to say something else, but instead he buried his face in both hands. Then, with a heavy sigh, he rose to his feet.
帰るのか?
He stopped and turned back, his expression conflicted. And he's out. Then he left the room without another word. If I had to guess, a lot of different emotions have probably set in. The Taku I knew was an honest guy. Maybe he felt a pang of guilt, of regret, or something. Cigarette between my lips, I walk to the bathroom and step into the shower stall. After one last long run, I drove the cigarette into the drain, then turned the shower on over my head. I quickly rinsed off all the body fluids, then stopped the water and walked out. Then I threw on some random clothes and headed for the sofa without drying my hair. Because of Toono's drag, my body still aches at its core, but it was now at a level that I could ignore. No. He took one last drag of the cigarette, turned it off, and then turned on the shower. I had no interest in finding a one-night stand tonight. More importantly, it seemed like Toono dragged me as a threat to Taku. I lit another cigarette and took a deep drag. Then lay back against the sofa. Something that Blandat was bound to find its way back to Sakaki. I cannot read the names anymore. In fact, I got the sense Toono went after me, knowing Sakaki would find out about it. Was it a declaration of war against Sakaki, or was his business with Taku just that urgent? Or was it both? I put my cigarette between my lips and grabbed my phone off the coffee table. But before I could call Sakaki, it started to buzz. There it is. Believe it or not, Sakaki had chosen to call me at that exact moment. I put out my cigarette in the ashtray on the table, then answered the phone.
はい。
ドアか。お前につけた監視から連絡があって、トーノがそっちへ行ったって聞いたな。なんかあったのか？
まあ、いろいろと。
そうか。大丈夫なのか？
なんとか。
ならいいんだ。トーノは何か言ってたか？
詳しいことは聞き出せなかった。けど、タクがトーノと関わってるのは間違いない。
だろうな。
I told Sakaki everything I had overheard between Taku and Toono. The one thing I let out was the secret basement at the clinic. I didn't blindly trust Sakaki, so I wasn't willing to give him more information than strictly necessary. When I finished, there was a several second pause.
お前に話すべきか迷ってたんだが、村瀬先生はな、昔からトーノとつながってるんだよ。
昔から？
今回の件も突然脅されたってわけじゃねえ。もともと組が先生にいろいろと助けてもらってて、トーノはその窓口やってたんだ。身元を隠したい人間の治療や診断書の偽造、あとはわざと重症者に仕立て上げたり、高里組に借金がある連中の体に管理用のウェブタグを埋め込んだりな。負債者の体内にウェブタグを埋めて街から逃げ出さねえように監視塔で追跡や管理をしてるってのは知ってんだろう。
ああ。
ウェブタグを埋めるのは高里組が信頼してる一部の医者しかやってねえんだ。
So Taku is in, but very, very in with the Yakuza. Okay.
そういう意味でも先生は組の中で重要な位置にいるんだよ。お前そのことは知ってたのか？
いや。
だろうな。まあ知ってる人間はほんの一部だ。で、トーノの野郎だが、あいつはおそらく個人的なヤバい仕事も頼んでやがったんだろう。今先生に手伝わせてる仕事もそうだ。薬。新しい薬物の開発だ。トーノは昔から伝統や古いしきたりを嫌ってたからな。あいつからしてみれば親父が死んでそういうもんを気にする必要もなくなった。むしろ俺が跡目を継ぐってことでとっとと新しいビジネスを始めてこっちを蹴落とそうと躍起になってんだ。だからまあ村瀬先生がどういうつもりでトーノに協力してるのかはわからないが、あの二人は昔から関係があるってことだ。
遠野はタクに例の件まで時間がないって言ってた。何のことかわかるか？
おい。
例の件。いや、野郎、何か企んでやがるのか。こっちでも調べてみよう。
ああ。
万が一って時のために手も打ってあるからな。遠野の好きなようにはさせねえよ。
何か仕込んでるのか？
お前に先生を盗聴させたのだって仕込みのうちだ。こういうのはな、何重にも策を講じる必要があるんだ。とにかく先生と今後も一緒にいるべきか、真面目に考えた方がいいぞ。人間、どんな裏があるかなんて見た目だけじゃわからねえからな。
Sakaki let out a sign.
もし先生から離れるってんなら、俺のところに来い。その方が安全だ。と、エイジに変わるぞ。お前に話があるんだとよ。
もしもし、父さん。
After a rusting sound, I hear Eige's cheerful voice on the other end of the line.
盗聴器の調子はどうですか？
問題ない。
それならよかった。村瀬先生のこと僕は知ってたんで今更って感じなんですけど、トワさんとしてはやっぱりショックですか？
意外ではあったな。
そりゃそうですよね。長いこと一緒にいるんですし。本当は安全性を考えるならトワさんは榊さんのところにいた方がいいと思うんですけど。
Ain't no way he's going to go to be under Sakaki's. No, no, no.
トワさんよりも村瀬先生が納得しませんよね、きっと。先生も先生なりにトワさんに対する責任感みたいなものもあるでしょうし。
I mean that too, but I don't think Towa himself would agree to go to Sakaki.
だからこの件に関してはトワさん次第ってことになると思います。
Right as I paused, I hear a knock at the door.
ドア、具合はどうだ？
Oh, he didn't go to his home? Okay.
切るぞ。
I hung out the phone, and the next moment Taku came into the room.
薬の効果。
Though he was still a little blissful, he was clearly making an effort to act normal. I looked up at him from the sofa.
もう切れた。
そうか。だが念のために安静にしていた方がいい。副作用があるかもわからんからな。
As he spoke, he produced a little white paper bag. He produced? A little white paper bag and a bottle of water.
体外へ毒の排出を促す薬だ。飲んでくれ。
ああ。
Is he going to stay there? After I took the pills from him, he continued to stare at
お
me.
前、渡しただけじゃそのまま飲まないことがあるだろ。だから
No way!
今飲んでほしいんだ。
Is he going to stay here? Like he always a little kid? Taku! Apparently he was going to stand there until he saw me take the pills. He had never done this before. A tiny yellow flag rose up in my mind. Yellow? Yellow, not red. I pulled the silver blister pack out of the paper bag and pulled both pills into my mouth. Or more accurately, I pretended to. As I discreetly discarded the pills on the floor, I twisted the cap of the water bottle and took a sip. Once I finished, Taku let out a sign of relief. He seemed convinced that I had taken the
よ
pills.
し、それじゃあ寝ろ。
And yet he still didn't budge. I frowned my brow at him.
もしかして寝るまでそこにいるつもりか？
おう。
Taku! Taku!
冗談だろ。ガキじゃあるまいし。
昔はよくこうやって寝かしつけてたんだぞ。
いつの話だよ。
With a sigh, I lay down on the sofa and closed my eye. Instead of bickering with him, it would be easier to just pretend to sleep. After I closed my eye, Taku continued to stand there, unmoving. At first, it irritated me, and I wished he would get out, but over time it started to feel strangely familiar. A long time ago, someone used to watch over me like this while I slept. Was it Taku? I couldn't recall. It felt oddly reassuring to have someone there. Why did I feel like that way? It puzzled me. Time to sleep. Bye-bye, Mitho. Have a nice sleep. As I lay there like a patient, I sensed Taku's movements. Then, once I heard the door shut, I opened my eye. He was gone. I sat up, grabbed my phone off the coffee table, and opened the tracker app. I figured I could double-check Taku's location just to be sure. The icon marking him was flying over the clinic building. Phone in hand, I rose to my feet and headed for the door. Instead of the elevator, I took the stairs down to the first floor. I walked down the hall to the storage room and grabbed the handle. It opened. Quietly, I slipped into the dark room and walked to the far door. Last time, it had been left ajar, but today it was closed. Experimentally, I reached out and twisted the knob, locked. So I walked down, pulled my elastic wire from my pants pocket and inserted it into the keyhole. Working from the fill on, I jiggled the pins until I felt the tension dismiss, then pulled my tools back out. Then I tried the handle again, and sure enough, it opened. Carefully, I opened the door and headed down the stairs. At the bottom was another door, but this one wasn't locked at all. Beyond, it was what it looked like an operating room. A figure stood at the operating table in the center of the room. He saw me and turned. Taku's eyes widened at the unexpected visitor. I stood in the doorway, staring blankly back at him.
この部屋は
Flustered, he averted his gaze.
答えろよ。トーノと何かやってるんだろ。
As I spoke, I swiftly glanced around the area. On the operating table was a clear plastic bottle full of pills.
公にできない治療や診察を頼まれた時にだけこの地下室を使ってる。
Bye bye, Mitho. Defeated, he looked at me with anguish in his eyes.
それよりどうしてここが分かったんだ。
どうしてだと思う？盗聴器を仕掛けた。
なんだって。
He furrowed his brow at me in
トー
horror.
ノとの会話も聞かせてもらった。
榊さんか。
He muttered to himself in understanding.
昨日地下室に誰かが入った形跡があった。それもお前か？
違う。中には入ってない。
He squinted at me suspiciously.
本当か？
ああ。
そうか。
He didn't look convinced, but he dropped the accusation with a sign.
そこまで知ってるなら自分がどれだけ危険な状況に置かれてるかもよく分かっただろ。
ああ。お前から離れた方がいいって言われたよ。
どこにいたってお前の身が危ないことには変わりがない。だから外に出るなと言ってる。
The emotion faded from his face. It's red now. It was pale, yellowish, orange, and now it's full red. For a moment, Taku's smoke shifted tingled red and trust, but it quickly went back to normal. It was the first time I have ever seen him like this. Normally, he was warm and cordial to everyone around him, but the man who stood before me now was cold and emotionless. His icy gaze pierced me.
公にできない治療や診察をしてるって話も聞いた。それから トーノに頼まれた新しい薬の開発のことも。
His eyes hardened further.
口では散々きれい事を並べておきながら裏で随分なことをやってるんだろう。俺がトーノに薬を盛られたのもそのとばっちりだ。榊が言ってた通りかもな。お前のそばにいた方が危ないって。
確かに。
He averted his eyes as it mattered.
そう取られても仕方がないとは思う。だが俺はずっとお前を見てきた。お前が子供だった頃からずっと病気や怪我の治療も健康管理もしてきたんだ。だからお前を危険な目に遭わせたくないという気持ちは本当だ。それは榊さんも同じ気持ちのはずなんだ。あの人はお前を自分の息子のように気にかけてるだろう。つまり遠野からしてみればお前は格好の標的ってことだ。最悪脅しの手段としてお前を殺そうとする可能性も十分に考えられる。
Tomorrow, I will be working on commissions as usual, but no? Why? Why do you ask? Oh, Valentine's Day? No. I forgot tomorrow was Valentine's Day. I won't be streaming. I have to focus on commissions, guys.
それだけは絶対に許さない。
His voice was quiet, but the more he spoke, the more feverish his face became. His smoke turned bright scarlet, almost like it had been painted over.
お前が誰かに殺されるなんて、いなくなるなんて、絶対に許さない。
The voice in, like, the way in which he said that sentence. It felt like he was talking more to himself than to me. Maybe married to art pretty much. Taku walked out to me, his expression perfectly blank, and grabbed me by the shoulder. Oh no, I didn't check. I don't think there is anything I need to censor now. His fingers dug into my arms.
許さない。お前が俺の元からいなくなるなんて、絶対に。
Low-key, I can now see better. Didn't you go to sleep? Mizo, didn't you go to sleep? I will leave it to you. Okay, JMP, thanks for passing by. But yeah, I low-key can see now what I have seen other people mention about Taku. Low-key, kind of yandere behavior. His eyes were unfocused. He wasn't really looking at me. His empty gaze sent a chill down my spine. Yeah, right, safely. When I called his name, his eyes widened like he had awakened. He had woken from a dream. He backed away from me and one hand pressed to his mouth. Stammering, Taku looked at me hesitantly. No trace of the empty gaze remained.
襲おうとでも思ったか。
Instead, his brow frowned in anguish. In anguish?
襲う？そんなバカな。違う、俺は。違う、すまなかった。本当に。そんなつもりじゃなかったんだ。ただ、お前が心配だということをどうしても伝えたくて。
Wordedly, I turned on my heel and hurried to the door.
おい、とわ！
I ran out of the basement and up the stairs. Meanwhile, my mind replayed everything that had just happened. Taku was like a completely different person back there. His dead-eyed stare gave me goosebumps. I don't know how to read that word, even though I have heard it a bunch of times. What was he planning to do to me if I hadn't spoken up? Never before had I seen him look like that. I left the clinic and ran down the dark street, but my mind was composed and rational. Are you sure about that? I had run out of the building on purpose to frustrate him. My intention to see if I could draw out that other side of him again. To tell the truth, I was curious about this other side of him. So you want to see the yandere Taku. Whatever. I ran for a while, then dug into a random alley and came back to a stop. Listening intently, I scanned the sound of my surroundings. No sign of anyone chasing me. Dude. Once I caught my breath, I leaned against the alley wall. I wasn't wearing my coat, so the chill quickly permeated the fabric of my shirt. It felt nice against my flushed skin. I leaned my head back and looked up at the sky. The worst thing is that I cannot fully disagree. Then I remembered Taco's empty case, and the hair on the back of my neck stood on end. I found myself craving nicotine. A short while later, I heard the sound of a steady footstep approaching. They were coming from the other end of the alley. Is it Taku? I straightened up and looked in the direction of the sound. I thought maybe Taku had gone after me, but it didn't sound like him. Eventually, a lone figure appeared at the other end of the alley, his leopard breaths echoing off the narrow walls. When he spotted me, he froze. It was too dark to make out any identifying figures.
Toa-san.
Igarashi? I hear a familiar voice and squinted at him.
Igarashi.
そうせ
The figure screamed over to me.
父さん会えてよかった
Igarashi winked brightly, thought his countenance was looking hard. I'm going to assume he just means he's very tired.
俺相談したいことがあって、それで父さんに直接会おうと思ってたんす。
He pulled a plastic bag from his coat pocket. Inside, I could see a ton of pills, probably about 100, maybe more.
これ
He paused and stared at the ground.
村瀬先生のところから持ってきたんす。
So he was the one that entered the place?
クリニックからか。
はい。この薬、遠野さんが先生に作らせてるやつなんす。
I shifted my gaze from the pills to Igarashi.
遠野がタクに薬を作らせてること知ってるのか？
Nodding, he stuffed the backpack in his pocket.
榊さんから聞いてます。っていうか、榊さんの隠れ家が遠野さんにバレたみたいで、いよいよやばくて。
持ってきたってどういうことだ？
I cut in, bringing him back on topic. His face crumbled like he was about to cry.
実は俺1週間くらい前なんすけど、榊さんから
Yep, it was him.
クリニックの地下に忍び込めって言われて。
Interestingly enough, when Toono asked Taku if anything was like stolen, he covered for him. Probably he didn't know who was it, but he covered the fact that someone stole from him. I wonder why.
忍び込む？
はい。もし薬があったら取ってこいって、そう言われてたんす。だから俺、ずっと先生のことを張ってて、外出した時を狙って忍び込めないか、様子を伺ってたんす。それで、昨日、とうとう。
He squeezed his eyes shut. He must have picked the locks to get in, same as me. Any Takasato Grand would know how. That aside, the timing lined up with when I planted bags on Taku and discovered the basement for myself. Furthermore, Taku reported to Toono that there were signs of a break-in. At the time, he said nothing had been taken, but apparently that was a lie. Good thing too, since if he admitted someone had stolen the drugs, there was no telling what Toono would do. True.
榊さんが言ってたんすけど、近々遠野さんが何か企んでるみたいなんす。内容はわからないけど、やばいって。とわさん、俺怖いんす。
He bit his lip in anguish.
榊さんに言われたから仕方なくやりましたけど、俺のせいでもし先生に何かあったらって、そう思ったら怖くて。誰かに話したからって許されるわけじゃないんすけど、父さんに話したいって、そう思って。
Just then, I sensed someone's presence. I raised a hand to stop him from saying another word. Right now, I was being surveilled by Toono's men. It wasn't safe for me to remain in one location for too long.
移動するぞ。
どこへ行くんすか？
俺もトーノに監視されてる。デスマッチエリアの方が見つかりにくい。
なるほど。確かにそうっすね。行きましょう。
We go into the deathmatch area finally. I glanced around, then headed deeper into the alley. With Igarashi in town, I approached the deathmatch area. On our way, we noticed black Yakuza cars and a group of men clearly searching for someone. We gave them a wide breath until we finally made it inside the deathmatch area.
なんとかなりましたね。
Igarashi was out of breath from speed walking to match my pace. I was still on guard, however.
いたぞ。
A group of men all dashed at us out of nowhere. Then a familiar black car pulled up, brakes screeching right next to us.
まったく懲りないな、お前も。
Toono hopped out from the front passenger seat and looked at me in content. Then his gaze shifted to Igarashi.
お前も一緒か、五十嵐。
Igarashi flinched, eyes as wide as yours. If they find the pills on Igarashi, he's a dead man. I screamed with Toono's expression. He seemed surprised to see me and Igarashi together, but I didn't detect any panic. Maybe he wasn't aware that the pills had been stolen. I didn't notice any dramatic changes in his smoke either.
二人ともこっちへ。
Just then another car came speeding down the street and braked her right next to us. The driver door opened and Sakaki stepped out.
榊さん。
Both of them? Igarashi murmured terrified. Sakaki faded off with Toono, a hard look on his face. Then a white van pulled. Oh no! And a bunch of guns, probably Sakaki's men, fell out. Toono watched all this unfold with eyebrows raised in amusement.
おいおい、 まさか次期組長さんまで乗り込んでくるとはな。
Sakaki laughed, and a provocative sneer rose up on his face.
そっちこそ相当永遠に入れ上げてるようだな。一日でわざわざ2回も会いに来るなんてな。
That's true, though. They glared at each other in silence for a moment.
やれやれ、穏やかじゃないな。落ち着けよ。さっきだってるバカたちにもそう言ってくれないか。
問題は早期解決が第一だ。だろ？裏切り者が出るならなおさらな。
はあ、それは初耳だ。大いに問題だな。だがどうやら俺たちが疑われているようじゃないかなあ。
ああ、俺も残念だよ。共に高里組を支えていく仲間だと思ってたんだがな。欲深い野郎がいたようだ。
そんなことも見抜けない組長じゃ誰もついていかないんじゃないか。新小海はお前には支えられない。
また戦争でも追っ始めようってのか。
それも楽しそうだな。
Toono reached into his jacket pocket. Likewise, Sakaki put a hand on his own pocket. Their cronies surrounded them in a big tense circle. With my eyes fixed on the scene in front of us, I leaned close to Garashi.
俺が動いた。すぐに榊のところへ行け。
トアさんは
But I didn't answer. Instead, I turned and pointed in the opposite direction. Instantly, the tension exploded. Shouts and gunfire in all
おい
directions.
待て。とは
While the subordinates all fought amongst each other, Sakaki and Toono chased after me. I wandered down a narrow alley. I could hear sharp gunshots in the distance. Were they from Sakaki's or Toono's? Or their guns?
止まれ。とは
Oh! Hi! Reflexively, I wiped my head around at the unexpected voice. Then a gunfire nearby. A hard impact struck me from behind, and I crumpled face down on the ground. The sparks bombed on my vision as my jaw hit the hard asphalt. Someone had pushed me aside. What were you talking about? They will be fine, they have the power of BL on their back. What were you talking about that? It was the owner of the unexpected voice, Taku.
タク
What was he doing here? Had he chased after me all the way from the clinic? I was pretty sure he hadn't followed me. Out of the corner of my eye, I could see him grimacing in pain. If the gunshot didn't hit me, then... I sat up and looked at him. There was a dark stain on the left side of his chest, and I could see a scarlet fluid faintly trickling out. Blood.
お前
たく手間かけさせやがって。
I could hear the click of Toono's shoes on the pavement. No sign of Sakaki. The gun in his right hand was still smoking. Screaming, he came to a stop in front of us.
とはお前がおとなしくしないから村瀬も榊もいらん怪我をする羽目になったんだ。榊は仕留め損なったがまた別の機会にやればいい。今はお前たちの方が先だ。
とは逃げろ。お前だけでも。
Taku grunted in pain. With a cackle, Toono stomped on his chest wound.
残念ながらお前ととはセットでお持ち帰りだ。
Grinning, he raised his gun at my head.
うちの連中がもうすぐ来る。それまで妙な真似はするなよ。
I sat on my knees next to Taku and slightly stared back at him. As Toono and I quietly glared at each other, an explosion of footsteps rang out. Probably his guns.
とは
I think I should say his guns. Yeah. The way you have to read letters in English makes absolutely no sense. Discourse, okay. I look over at Taku. He was sweating bullets as he gazed at me with agony in his eyes.
すまん。
And with that, he closed his eyes. For a moment, all the hair on my body stood on end. My mind went blank, and I failed to proceed what I was saying. He died? With that thought, I reached out and pressed my fingers on his throat. I could feel his pulse throbbing away. He was alive.
死んだか？まだ生きてるだろ
I fixed Toono with an icy stare as he smiled thinly.
う。お前、本当に反応が薄いな。人の血が通ってないんじゃないのか。
He sneered down his nose at me. Then, finally, I heard the sound of a car engine approaching. Taku and I were shoved into the back of the car. They drove us to District B and parked at a hotel owned by Toono himself. When we got out of the car, his subordinates flanked us tightly on both sides, escorting us in. With Toono leading the way, we all boarded the elevator. Then one of the lackeys slid a card into a small panel below the floor buttons. The elevator started to rise on its own, going past the top floor 15 and stopping on the 18th floor. The elevator doors opened and we all fell out. A hallway stretched out in front of us, with doors on either side of the floor lighting spaced... With doors on either side and floor lightings spaced intermittently along the way. I looked up at the ceiling and spotted a round device affixed in the corner of the ceiling, probably a surveillance camera. Toono led us down the hallway until he stopped short at one of the doors. One of his henchmen produced a key card and opened the door. Ugh. Why it's so hard to read aloud? Toono walked in, then looked over his shoulder at us.
村瀬は何度か来ているから知っているだろうが、ここは俺が運営している会員制の複合型カジノ施設だ。16階から18階まではプライベートエリアになっていて、一般人は入れない。薬が完成するまでの間、お前たちはここに滞在してもらう。村瀬が仕事をするための部屋は別に用意してあるから、後で案内させる。プライベートエリアを歩き回るのは構わんが、必ず見張りをつける。建物の外には出るな。おい、やれ。
Once Toono gave the go-ahead, his subordinates started filling me up. He emptied my pockets, including my phone and the earpiece. Then he stripped off Taku's jacket and confiscated all of his stuff too. He was barely conscious, so he didn't protest.
とわ、お前はこっちだ。
Toono knocked for me with one finger, then opened the door. I walked over to him, but as I left the room, I glanced back at Taku. He is still showing no signs of stirring.
村瀬の怪我は手当てする。心配するな。
Right now, I had no choice but to obey. I turned and left the room. Toono walked down the hallway, then stopped at a different room and opened the door with a keycard. The interior reeked of perfume. 5 or 6 women lounging on the bed and sofa, dressed in fancy clothes. Then they spotted Toono. When they spotted Toono, they all donned psychophonic smiles and stood up. Psychophantic? What is that word? Happy? But that doesn't sound very happy.
あ、トーノさん、おかえりなさい。
Can you believe a girl in this game?
おかえりなさい。
Two girls in this game! They rather sweetly greeting him.
ここにいるのは乗客やゲストをもてなすために控えている特別な女たちだ。
It's exactly what you think it is. Más bien deja de ser todo.
そこらのキャバクラとはレベルが違うルックスの女しかいない。
Upon further expression, I noticed they were all tall and slender, but I wasn't interested in women, or more accurately, I didn't feel comfortable around them. In the past, girls would hit on me, and I was receptive to it, but dating them was too much work, and I didn't enjoy it myself. I wasn't sure when the discomfort first started, probably childhood, if I had to guess. These days, I tried to avoid them where possible. So, if he wanted to impress me, it wasn't working. Did he? I Norton Scarlett? No. Poor Scarlett, man. She doesn't deserve something like this. Did he really bring me here just to show me his collection of women? Madly puzzled, I looked around the room. Just then, I realized that one of the escorts wasn't looking at us. She was sitting on the edge of the bed with her back turned. She seemed to despise being with this woman, or rather being here at all, with every fiber of her being. Then she looked over her shoulder and made eye contact with me. With her shoulder-length hair, she looked like an ordinary white woman. She quickly averted her eyes, but it was too late. Something about her had given me pause. I didn't notice any changes in her smoke.
気になるか？
Toono noticed me looking at her and smiled.
あの女は上玉なんだがな。態度が堅くななんだ。まあ、ああいう手合いは珍しくもない。
I don't want to know, dude.
仕事さえこなせば何の問題もないということで好きにさせている。
それより俺をここに連れてきた理由は？
His smirk deepened.
お前は村瀬と榊両方の人質だ。特に村瀬には仕事を完遂してもらわなきゃならないからな。だがせっかくここまで来てもらったんだ。遊びを提供しようと思ったんだよ。
Fun? I looked back at him deviously. He cackled.
村瀬が見たら心臓が止まっちまうかもしれないな。
Toono, I think you're mistaken here. But he noted my confusion and clapped his hands.
さあ、それじゃあオーダーといこうか。最高の料理に仕上げてくれ。
On cue, the woman all gathered around me. Bewildered, I turned and glared at Toono reproachfully.
お前に与えられた仕事だとでも思っておけばいい。
The woman gently grabbed me by both arms. Okay, I know where this is going. I think I'm going to let it end this current scene and then end the stream. Is this what I think it is? I hoped to tell I was wrong. In the end, I let them drag me off to the other side of the room. I had assumed they would take me to bed, but instead they went into the bathroom. The room was wildly bright. The light glittered off the white marble floor and directly into my eye. Against the far wall, I could see a glass shower stall and a big round jacuzzi bathtub. Near the door was a countertop with two sinks. Examining the woman here in the light, I noticed that in spite of their supposed good looks, they were all gaunt with patchy skin. I had suspected maybe they were drug addicts based on their slurred speech earlier, but I know I was sure of it.
それじゃあ服を脱いでくれる？
A woman with wavy bleached hair stood me in front of the sinks. I still didn't understand what was going on, but nevertheless I slowly started to strip. Then another woman walked over. She was carrying a dress in her hands. It was visibly well tailored and made of glossy flowy fabrics. Once I was reduced to my underwear, the wavy-haired woman took the dress and held it out to me.
はい、これ着て。
着る
I repeated blankly. The item in question was clearly women's
大
clothing.
柄な子でも入るサイズだから大丈夫。あなた、細いし。
いや
遠野さんのオーダーよ。あなたを女性に見えるように仕上げてくれって言われてるの。
Is that what he meant by making him a delightful snack? Oh my god. Toono. Oh. His face. I stared back. Was this my new job? Not cool, man.
それを着たらメイクとヘアセットもするから。
This wasn't especially encouraged, so I stood there blankly. Then she showed the dress at me urgently.
はい、着て。
Sorry. She pulled her hands away and I reflexively snatched the dress before it could fall. Resistance was starting to feel pointless, so I decided to cooperate. That said, I didn't know the first thing about wearing a dress. As I stared down at the delicate fabric, the other woman sensed my confusion and came over to help. Somehow they managed to squeeze me into it. Honestly, I had no idea how women could tolerate wearing this crap on daily basis. It was tight, restricting, and extremely uncomfortable. I know, right? Those kind of tight dresses are a pain in the ass.
オッケー、次はメイクね。
Without a single moment to catch my breath, they sat me down in front of the sink. With the wavy-haired woman pinned my bangs up and started applying various liquids and powders to my face. My skin took on a glossy sheen, like the dress, and I had to fight the urge to scrub it off. And because there was a mirror right in front of me, I was forced to watch myself transform. It felt like I was being physically altered into a different life form, and I hated every minute.
傷跡を隠せば結構いい感じじゃない？アイシャドウはこの色が合いそう。
The girls gracefully gave amongst themselves, paying no mind to how I felt.
ねえ、あなた、遠野さんに気に入られてるの？
さっき聞いただろ、人質って。
でも、遠野さんが男に女装させたがるなんて今まで聞いたことないわよ。大抵は監禁して拷問とかそういう感じだし。
あんたたちは遠野が怖くないのか？
怖いって言えば怖いけど、逆らわなければ優しいし、たまに欲しいものを買ってくれることもあるし、別に嫌いじゃないわよ。ねえ。
You have been very, very brainwashed. The other woman all readily agreed.
あ、もしかしたらあなたパーティーに出るの？
パーティー？
そう、もうすぐ本土の政治家や官僚たちを呼ぶパーティーがあるらしいの。
Is this the you know what thing that Toono was talking about?
でもよく考えたらそんな大事な場所に女装した男の人を連れて行くなんてことさすがにないわよね。
They giggle. A party with mainland politicians and bureaucrats. Igarashi and Sakaki both claimed Toono was plotting something. Was he trying to have the drug ready in time for this party? Was that why he brought Taku here? The mainland police were always eager watching for the opportunity to take Shinkomi away from the Takasatogumi. If they knew the organization was plotting to distribute a new drug, they could bounce us up. So Toono probably figured he could keep the cops in check if he announced it as a business strategy and offered to share the profits. The goal of the party was probably to lay the groundwork for investigator relations. Toono was rushing Taku to finish the job because of his this hard deadline. If successful, Toono would gain massive support both internally and externally, giving him an optimal chance to upstage Sakaki.
そのパーティーっていつかわかるか？
ここのカゴって言ってたわ
Yeah,
よ。
it is.
私たちも借り出されるの。
It is.
そうか。
As I spoke, I looked back at my reflection in the mirror. With a skin like model clay, I could no longer tell the difference between myself and the woman around me. After my makeup was done, they put a wig on me and started styling my hair, all while having the time of their lives. Then I stepped into a pair of stiletto heels, and apparently my makeover was complete. I was taken back to the living room. The perfume-like smell embedded in the makeup was making me sick. Both the dress and the heels were hard to move around in. If I fell, I would probably wasn't getting up. As I staggered across the room, I noticed Toono standing there. Apparently, he was waiting for this finished product. I expected him to start making fun of me, but instead he looked at me with a satisfied grin.
思った以上の出来だな。なかなか似合ってるじゃないか。どうだ、女になった気分は。
Shut up. There you have it.
別にどうもしない。
What do you guys think of his feet? What do you guys think? He nodded at my apathetic response, then looked at the woman.
お前たち、後で好きなものを買ってやる。
My tormentors all squeezing in the light.
来いと。
Tormentators.
村瀬に披露しに行くぞ。
Like a gentleman, he elegantly proffered a hand. I ignored
あん
it.
た、こういう趣味があるのか？
I was half teasing, half serious. He retracted his hand and shrugged. Shrugged?
いや、俺の興味の対象は女だ。が、まあお前に関しては例外と言っていいかもしれんな。
俺なら抱けるって。
今のお前ならな。
He responded to my challenge with a twisted sneer.
そういう仕事だと思って、お前も割り切って楽しめよ。行くぞ。
He headed for the door. As for me, my legs were shaky and I could barely walk. These heels weren't easy to adapt to. As I thundered, Toono clackered his tongue and came back over. Then he slid an arm around my waist and pulled me close. No!
骨っぽいな。
He muttered flatly under my breath and started walking. I leaned against him, struggling to stay upright in these heels. Now, how do you think Taku is going to respond? After we left the woman's room, he returned to the previous room. As Toono opened the door, Taku looked up from the bed. He was now full conscious, and Taku's men had patched him up.
村瀬、お前にいいものを見せてやる。
What do you think it's going to happen? Toono spoke in an uncharacteristic churly voice as he walked in, yanking me close to him. I stamped out in front of Taku. He stared back at me in shock, his brow frowned in confusion.
マヤさん。
Quietly he murmured a name I didn't recognize. Then Toono grabbed me by the jaw and pulled me close.
驚いて声も出ないか？本当にマヤに瓜二つだよな。俺もちょっとした冗談のつもりでやってみたんだが、血のつながりってのはバカにできないもんだと思ったよ。
Taku's expression shifted from shock to fury, and he glared at Toono.
トーノ、お前。
マヤって誰だ？
When I cut in, Toono released my jaw and smirked.
なんだ、覚えてないのか？お前の母親の名前だよ。
Taku sucked in a breath.
母親？
村瀬はな、お前の母親に惚れてたんだ。
やめろ。
つまりお前はこれまでずっと母親の身代わりをさせられてたってことだよ。あいつはお前に母親の面影を重ねてるんだ。
違う。
Toono watched in amusement as Taku spluttered. Maya. I couldn't remember much about my mother. Even when I tried, I could only recall vague silhouettes at best. Was that why Taku always got so overprotective of me? If so, then I wasn't bothered by it. It didn't really matter to me.
村瀬はこう見えて結構厄介な男なんだよ。
別に。
Toono grabbed me by the jaw again.
俺は男には興味がないんだが、ここまでべっぴんに仕上がるとは正直思ってなくてな。さすがに欲しいと思っても仕方がないよな。
He donned a creepy grin, probably trying to provoke Taku.
むしろ男をこいつで試してみるって手もある。もしいい具合だったら愛人にしてもいい。
Allow me to press X. He provoked my cheek seductively, thrusting his thumb over my lower lip.
トーノ。
He's just making that to spite Taku. I don't think he really means it. Right as he leaned in close, Taku screamed his name.
手を出されたくなければ早く仕事を片付けろよ。
That's what I thought. He spoke fondly, didn't turn for the floor, dragging me along with him. It was all I could do, just to strand in the same direction. I looked over my shoulder at Taku and found him glaring down at his tightly balled fist. His swine smoke half turned dark red. Oh, he's very angry. For some reason, the sight made my hair on the back of my neck stand on end. But Toono jagged me towards him, so I was forced to turn and leave Taku behind. And so, I think we are going to end the scene there. We are going to end there for today. Save. Yes. How was it, guys? How was the twist? How was the twist for this? Even though we have to censor some stuff, there is still a lot of plot stuff going on. And so, of what? Of how Towa looks in a dress, of the fact that Taku may like to overprotect Towa because he looks like his mom that he liked. This is way too complex. But yeah. Title menu. About the mom thing, yeah. I told you, the story is pretty decent. And we are still not done with this route. There is still more going on. But yeah. Thanks everyone for coming. Hope you can check the bot because it's going to be around 2 hours. So if you put it at double the speed, it will be around 1 hour. So I think that's bearable. So yeah. Might be decent, but you're still waiting for this being your I wouldn't say fab game overall, but from this, like from the company itself, it is. Not my overall favorite game, but it's true that from the company, of all the ones that I have played, I enjoy this one the most. But yeah. Okay guys, bye bye, see you in 2 days. Have fun in Valentine's Day. Bye!